First Shift with Tony Trupiano.
Welcome back. We would, if we were to put this recipe together, we'd have First Shift versus, I don't know. I think I'd like to kick Glenn Beck's ass. Although Rush Limbaugh would be easy, I think Glenn Beck would be a bigger fight just because he's younger, probably more agile. I mean, not a whole lot more, but I'm not either. So let's be honest about it. But so that would be the radio version of what we're about to share with you. That would be the radio version of that. We've been talking about this for a couple days now. Because from the moment that it crossed both my and Jeff desks, we both kind of looked at each other and went, well, this is a clever idea. What are we talking about? We're talking about a potential reality game show, which would basically be Occupiers versus the Tea Party. Yep, living under one roof with all kinds of interesting rules that we're going to let our next guest explain to you. But there is a twist to this. If you've ever wanted to be an executive producer, I don't care at what level. If you've ever wanted to be an executive producer of a reality TV show, here is that chance. So let us go right to our guest. Joining us now is a very talented musician and author, creative and executive producer of that brand new concept. Gordon Gebert joins us now. And Gordon, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us on First Shift this morning to talk about the Battle of Politicos.
Awesome, Tony. Thank you very much. It's a real honor to have me on your show.
Well, I got to tell you now. I'm proudly a left-leaning guy, and we're not gonna out you. You can be whoever you want to be. Of course, everybody can be whoever they want to be politically. But Gordon, what an interesting concept. So before we talk about some of the more intricate details of this, dude, you got to tell me about the day that you were sitting there and said, I got the perfect show. How the hell did this happen?
Actually, it was like lightning in a bottle, and when the idea popped into my head, it was like bingo. Usually when you get a brilliant idea, you say, all right, somebody already has this idea. And I went on the internet and researched, and I said, no, nobody's really doing this. This is insanity. When I got the idea, it was actually from a phone call from a friend of mine. His girlfriend was in the TV business. He flew an idea by me from his girlfriend. They wanted to do a reality show on a Tea Partier. And like just one person, a woman or a guy, and follow around with a camera. And I said, nah, it sounds kind of boring. I don't know. And it could be manipulated too much. And not that I'm political or anything like that. I said, one angle on one person, it doesn't show the whole picture. And I said right then and there, I said, nah, you need it like a game show. You got to have like a bunch of occupiers and a bunch of Tea Partiers and put them all in the same room together and make it like Celebrity Apprentice meets Big Brother meets Survivor. And my friend was like, you're a genius. I love the idea. This is great. I said, feel free to put it by your girlfriend. And she said it was a brilliant idea, but their production company didn't have the facilities. But she said, oh, follow that idea. It's great. And that was in November 2011 that I came up with it. And from then to now, it's been an incredible journey.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that journey now. When we should, Gordon, let our audience know when we talk about your friends, you have maybe a little bit different group of friends than most of us do. Tell my audience how you've made a living for yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a professional musician, and I've toured the world. And I've actually worked with the guys from Kiss. I've worked with a band called Angel. I've worked with Marty Ballin from Jefferson Starship. I can't even rattle off the Motley Crue I've worked with. All the bands that I've had a blessed life. I've traveled the world and toured, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm not even in the TV business, so to speak. I'm in the entertainment business, but I'm a musician.
All right, so as we take a look at this concept, Occupiers versus Tea Party, all right, it becomes immediately very interesting. I think that everybody that I've kind of bounced it off of, everybody at least smiles. At the very least, Gordon, they smile.
Yes.
And of course, the other reactions run the gamut. So let's tell people what we're looking to do here, because I've said now for 2 days, if you ever wanted to be an executive producer, help fund a TV show, here's your chance to do that. This is kind of an interesting idea, and I was actually surprised that you could shoot a pilot so inexpensively. I won't question the validity of that. I'll just go with it. But if I do want to participate financially in this TV show, how would I go about doing that?
Oh, we're doing it through a fantastic website called Kickstarter. I don't know if anybody's familiar out there with that website. What it does is they do a thing called crowdfunding. And crowdfunding is when somebody gets a project. It could be a television show like I'm trying to put on, or a book or an album. What you do is put your project on Kickstarter, and then people just go in there and fund it, and they pledge money, and you set a goal. So we have a goal of only a $10,000 budget, and yes, it is very little money we're running on. I implore your listeners, if they love the idea of Occupy versus Tea Party, they can become a part of it, and just go to Kickstarter. In the search engine, type in Occupy or Tea Party, and it will pop up a really cool logo. And they could go there and pledge, back this project, a little button there. You click on that, back this project. This project will happen through people, like your listeners. It would be fantastic if they could support the project.
Now, there's a deadline, so I want to make sure I mention that. I understand July 19th is the deadline for you to raise that $10,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have about 8 days to go, and we're at $4,100 right now, and we just need $6,000 more to make Occupy versus Tea Party a reality. I've done pitch meetings with production companies. Unbelievable. They all, like you said, the reaction is like, whoa, what a brilliant idea. Done it with networks, and they love it, and then they think about it after a week or two, and then they back off. And I have my theories about it because it's such a hot topic, political thing. I don't get it. So I'm at this point where this show has to be made. I'm like the guy in Close Encounters.
Right.
that had to go to that mountain there, Devil's Mountain. This has to be made. Production companies and networks haven't come through for me. I mean, they've led me on for weeks, and a lot of time has passed. And I said, the hell with it. I'm going to do it myself. This has to be made.
Well, I'm gonna guess that, and this is just a guess, Gordon, but I'm gonna guess that what happens is there's a liability issue. They're thinking this is going to get physical at some point. That that somebody is going to end up in a colossal physical argument, and they're right. This is almost a recipe for that. Now, listen, doesn't mean that there aren't ways that you guys can prevent that from happening. But if it's going to happen, hell, it's going to happen. I mean,
that happens on Jersey Shore.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that. There's the X factor, I call it. The unknown. I've already begun casting. I've gone out and went to the Occupy camps in Central Park in New York and New Haven, and I went to Tea Party New Haven. Begun searching for my people that could be on the show. I'm out there still searching, so I invite you to be on Occupy versus Tea Party. I would love to have you on the show.
Me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be the one kicking some ass.
Well, we want you on there. So there's an invitation for Tony Trupiano to be on Occupy versus Tea Party.
All right, my guest again, Gordon Gebert. He is. We're going to give that website out again. We're up against the break. Gordon, I'm going to ask you to stay with us a little bit longer so we can talk a little bit more about this. In fact, throw it out again. The website again is what? It's
Kickstarter.com. And when you go there, just pop Occupy or Tea Party in the search engine, and you'll see Occupy versus Tea Party. And there's an actual 1-minute video on there that people could click on to get the concept of the show. And then there's a little button right beside the video. It says, back this project. $1 helps.
All right. Hold that thought. We got to get to the break. We'll come back. Gordon Gebert, my guest. Occupy versus Tea Party. Would you watch it? How about fund it? Well, now's your chance. Let's take a quick break here. We'll come back and talk a little bit longer with Gordon right after we do this.